Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing our final review for part 2 of The Walking Dead Season 11, because this is now for the mid-season finale. This episode 16, is called Acts of God. Alright, so finally the last episode for part 2 of The Walking Dead Season 11, Acts of God. So we will see part 3 return. Likely, probably end of summer, early fall time, something like that. I don't know if they've announced the official premiere date for part 3, the final part of The Walking Dead, but we did get news this week that they have now finished filming. The Walking Dead is completely finished filming. Finished production, just for editing now, and then we'll see those episodes release. And that's it, guys. The Walking Dead TV series is a wrap. 12 long years. What an amazing achievement from AMC to produce an honest, effort, and then some of all of the comic book material from the entire Walking Dead comic book series adapted to the TV series. So and then some, because they've even added in a lot of extra stuff and done that over the years. Absolutely amazing adaptation, absolutely amazing interpretation for The Walking Dead. So episode 16, Acts of God. I was a little hyped for this episode. Wanted to see, this kind of battle go down. Spoiler warning, between Maggie and Leah, which I did predict that we would see in this episode. And it went basically mostly how we predicted, right, guys? It was pretty much exactly what we thought would happen, and it would be that we would have things shake down to a versus between Leah and Maggie, and that's exactly what we see. And you see kind of a cool kind of predator-esque hunting, predator theme, one going after the other, Maggie landing a shot, Leah kind of countering, and then we have Leah kind of capturing Maggie and deciding if she's going to kill her then, or if she's going to make her suffer first and take out, those that Maggie cares about, and then finish her off. And we see a fight between the two in a cabin there. Now, I'm not certain if this is the original cabin that you had Daryl and Leah at before. It does look somewhat like it. It could be a different location. I'll have to look into that to see if it is. However, we get to see, and like I said, spoiler warning, the fight go through, and it looks like Leah is probably going to take it at the end, and then we have Daryl intervene and quickly decides to shoot Leah, finish her off in order to save Maggie. So this is a kind of climactic moment for the Daryl-Leah relationship that was set up in the bonus episodes, I believe, for The Walking Dead Season 10. That's right, yeah, because we had the shutdown and everything. And then there were the bonus episodes that they did. There was the episode Find Me, which was a very good episode with Daryl and Leah. They had that relationship, and then things kind of split off between them. And then we saw in Season 11 the confrontation with the Reapers, Maggie taking out all the Reapers except for Leah, and Daryl being a bit hesitant in order to finish Leah off there, probably because of their previous relationship and everything. But this time, no hesitation on Daryl's part. He's well prepared to take her out when he gets the chance, and he does in this episode. So it's a fitting ending, I think, for everything that was set up mostly in Season 11. So now the Reapers are completely finished. Their story is completely done in The Walking Dead, and now we are seeing things switch to a complete focus on the Commonwealth. Some of the other good parts in this one we can see with Daryl, Aaron, and Gabriel as they fight a group of Commonwealth soldiers. They get the idea that the Commonwealth soldiers are kind of taking them out, kind of sending them in and getting ready to surround them. and they quickly fire on the Commonwealth soldiers in what is a pretty cool firefight sequence in this episode. Some nice slow-mo, some nice shots landed from Daryl, who is able to fight through the whole thing. I don't believe he gets hit, but we do have Gabriel, we do have Aaron, who kind of get hit, superficially, like in the arm and stuff like that, where it's not going to, not going to finish them off. So basically, all of our survivors are able to fight their way through in this one and are able to survive. But this is a new kind of territory for Walking Dead, right? These are scenes that we're seeing in this episode with the Commonwealth that are completely different from what we're kind of used to. We're used to seeing the zombie fighting and killing with zombies. Sometimes we see whisper, savagery, and fighting with hand-to-hand weapons and things like that. Bow and arrow and different crossbow and things of that nature. This is one of the first times we've seen in the Walking Dead TV series actual kind of gunfights go down. And I think in Woodbury we saw some stuff that was kind of similar, like with Merle and the others, that was a little bit similar to it, but they worked in the dead quite a bit with that. In this one, we see some zombies come through as you have them shooting at each other. Aaron finishing some off and some cool slow-mo scenes here. However, this is kind of the first time we've seen like an actual firefight, actual gunfight like this in The Walking Dead. I thought it translated pretty good. I thought it was pretty exciting to see. I liked their usage of slow-mo was really, really good in this episode. Because a lot of those are difficult to do in a 16-episode a year, 16-episode season, and this one being 24 episodes, like a year and a half a season. When they're doing so many episodes, the action sequences tend to go kind of quick. But I thought they were really good in this one. It was exciting. It was cool to see Lance kind of lose his mind and kind of have like a Two-Face vibe to him. He's even kind of got a coin that he's flipping. He gets kind of messed up on one side of his face here in this one. So we see him basically lose it, but he decides that, he's had enough, and he basically takes he's got the manpower, so he's got the numbers. He takes the communities. He takes Alexandria, and they put their banner, they put their Commonwealth banner. He takes Hilltop, and they run their banner. And he takes Oceanside, which is kind of a bit of a cliffhanger ending here, in that again run the banner, so it's now Commonwealth territory, total takeover. But we don't know what he's going to do. He's flipping the coin, and we don't know what he's going to do with the people of the Oceanside. Will he firing squad them? Will he take them back with him? What is he going to do with them? Is it determined by the fate of a coin flip? So very Two-Face-esque type of character for Lance. We get to meet him earlier, and he seems very nice and everything like that. But Maggie's hesitation, absolutely right, to trust him and to trust all of them, that there's always costs involved with everything. And so, yeah, we see, just how right she was in this, in that, you basically have him. He's being, earlier on with Commonwealth, he's being nice about it and trying to, have them kind of join peacefully and everything like that. When that is not working, now he's basically taking them by force. So you kind of have the, Daryl and the others who are now not really Commonwealth anymore. I would say they have basically gone against them. But they are against something really huge, and just how formidable Commonwealth soldiers are. All of their weaponry, gear, everything of the sort like this is going to make it really tough for Daryl and the others, and Maggie and the others, to do much here against them, with all their communities also having been taken. So it is a nice setup for the final part for the Walking Dead's television series for part 3. It definitely does look really good going forward with Commonwealth. I was wondering how this would be translated from the comics to screen for Walking Dead, because the comic book series version of the Commonwealth was like so. It's a new territory for Walking Dead. It's like a political thriller type of story, which is totally different from just a zombie apocalypse survival horror type of series that we're used to and that we're used to see translated. So these are new territory for Walking Dead, different from what we usually see, and I think it's translated very well. And this one also, I want to say, the score of this episode was really awesome. They used a lot of really good score music for it to really set the tone. They used a lot of slow-mo sequences to really focus on those parts and really accentuate the gunfight and stuff like that to make it a lot better than it could have just been so quick, and that would have been it. But it was intense. The score made it really intense for certain parts. And then you kind of have the thriller aspects to it at the Commonwealth with Eugene, with Maxine, with Kelly, Connie, and the others, Ezekiel even joining in this one, in them publishing to paper, to print, some controversy in the Commonwealth. Is Pamela trustworthy? Are they going to be able to sow the seeds of discontent in the people to have some kind of uprising occur in the Commonwealth and change it from within itself? So, those are the main focuses of this episode. I think this was a great episode for Lance, in that you take Lance before, where he was in the middle. He wasn't necessarily really a bad guy, and he wasn't really, he was kind of an ally, but not exactly. He was in the middle. And now at this point, he's gone totally, completely to villain territory, antagonistic territory for our survivors to have to deal with. So that is something. New territory for Walking Dead. That leaves us with 8 episodes left of the series to finish off things in the Commonwealth. Even Sebastian gets a scene in here where he's looking for his mom, and he looks drunk to me or something. Caffeine is a poor man's drug. That's an interesting line from him. I don't think I've heard that one before. I do love my coffee, so that's an interesting one with Maxine. We have the relationship between Maxine and Eugene becoming more serious. And then we also had the river bend in here too with Annie and Negan, with Annie being pregnant. Again, I do not know how that is going to translate later on into the Negan and Maggie spin-off series. Will Annie still be alive in that series? Will she stay back and then they go to New York or something for some reason? What will this look like? But 8 episodes left for the Walking Dead TV series, possibly to see. I guess we can do predictions video after this in the next couple days here for part 3, how the Walking Dead will end off. But likely something like Daryl, Maggie, and the others, and those who are in the Commonwealth, changing it around to where they are, to where it becomes kind of a more just, system, I suppose, and to where, I would expect them all to survive, but for there to be change leadership, change management in the Commonwealth, Lance certainly being defeated and taken out, and then Pamela possibly by connection with Sebastian in there as well too, who does seem like he's kind of losing it in this episode when he goes to see Maxine. He doesn't seem like he's in the right frame of mind. So I think that's most of what I'm going to say for this episode, guys. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I thought it was a really good episode, with the highlight being the final fight between Maggie and Leah. We did have the kid with the bow and arrow who was shot and killed in this one. There's so many characters in Walking Dead right now, and it's not the same as like when you have a character death from a character that's been there for many years, and they're kind of like a focused character. We have a lot of kind of red shirts or different Commonwealth soldiers and stuff around that really are not name characters for seasons on end. So we won't focus too much on that. But basically, episode was good. Went mostly how I thought it would go, and some of the suspense is taken away. JDM is right. By them announcing the spin-off series, you kind of know how things are going to end off, but maybe AMC decided that they wanted to do that because they wanted fans to, have something to look forward to. So even though it kind of spoils who's going to survive, you kind of know that Leah's not going to finish Maggie off here. At the same time, they probably feel like it's worth it to do that so that people can start getting hyped for these other series, and so people don't just tune out. A doom and gloom ending might not be advisable, right? I know it's Walking Dead, but so you'll probably have some, but at the same time, it is finishing off of so many years, 12 years of a series, 2010 to 2022's end. So it's a long run, and you got to be kind of careful how you kind of finish things off as well too. You know, you don't want to kill everybody off so that you don't have the ability to do spin-offs and stuff like that after as well too. So yeah, so that's just the decision that they went with to announce it ahead of time. So it is what it is. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you soon for the predictions video, possibly a stream, maybe later tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, man, a good episode. Acts of God. The locusts around, really cool. Lance and the others stand up for the episode. Maybe Leah's last episode, I guess she'd be a stand up for this one. She was a good villain. I didn't expect her to be a villain at first with Daryl. I thought she might be a love interest for Daryl, more like permanent. But they announced the Daryl Carroll spinoff series, so again, you kind of have an indication there that she probably won't be around by the time the series ends, because then how does she fit into a Daryl Carroll spinoff? Doesn't seem to fit. So it's kind of a giveaway in a way. Comments below. I'll see you guys again soon for another video. As always, it's Trev. I'm saying peace later, guys. See you soon.